Sad Chad.
All right, welcome back to our lovely Camp Sunny, where everything is sunny all of the time. On our previous episodes of Adventures, our lovely juvenile heroes got into some shenanigans. Kyle was walking over from the main office with the sheriff that he called via 911. Chad had been investigating the beach with a crazy man and was headed towards the pool. JP got his rocks off with Janet. And, well, Nancy, why don't we start with you? Because you had your own little adventure all by yourself. Nancy went to sleep and, or was going to go to sleep and ran into Harold, who she went on a lovely midnight walk with, or I suppose after 2 a.m. walk, and ended up at the cottage, which is where you will be waking up. You briefly remember having a conversation with Janet that was interrupted, but you were tired because you fell asleep at about 5 a.m. The conversation happened around, oh, I don't know, 10. So you had like a good 2 hours you still wanted to catnap for.
So
So
is it like it's like 7 now?
no. It's like 10. We could say you've got like half an hour. How long do you want to sleep for after this conversation you were woken up?
Um,
You would have
yeah,
slept for
like
5 hours previous to that ish. 4 or 5 hours.
I got sleep earlier.
Yes.
Oh,
So
then like
so when you got to his place, you
yeah.
got to go to sleep and then you were woken up by Janet and had a brief conversation.
Oh, I understand. I understand. That's the the com. Okay, I'm on board now. If, like an hour or two. Fuck it, we're on vacation.
Okay, so we'll say
Sleep.
you wake up and it's about 11.
Great.
You are inside of a bedroom. It looks to be similar in style to the cabin that you were staying in, although it is quite messy. There are clothes and blankets and pillowcases and things all over the floor and the bed that you're sleeping on. It smells a little musty. Does seem to
Oh.
be some mold on the walls, and the building lacks baseboards, so it is kind of growing along the edge of the carpet. But otherwise, it seems fairly clean. It doesn't seem too gross. There's no infestations of insects or anything like that.
The
Um,
building is musty, right? Not like
yeah,
the bedding.
yeah. The building is
Okay, good.
musty.
Okay.
So you wake up
Um,
in this strange-ish building. You do remember going there last night and going to bed.
and I'm alone.
You are alone currently.
I'm gonna get up, put my pants on because nobody sleeps in pants,
Nobody sleeps in pants.
and walk out into the rest of the cabin and see if Harold is still there. He said it's like 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's about 11.
Great.
James,
Yeah.
would JP have fallen asleep after banging Janet?
Is that a real question?
That's a real question.
Yeah, he would have.
How long does JP sleep for?
Like, let's roll the dice on this. He sleeps for 72 hours. Seems like a lot. I didn't think this through.
Roll a d4 if you've got one.
There we
Or I
go.
can.
I got one. That's probably. Huh. Sleeps for 4 hours.
Jesus.
Oh my
fuck.
god. He's unconscious.
You're like 20 years old. Why are you sleeping for 4 hours after nutting once?
A, pent up nut. B, Janice is some sort of demon succubus, I'm pretty sure.
Sucked your life energy.
Okay, we'll say for cinematic effect, JP unconscious for the next
Yes.
3 hours. Way to take yourself out of the game. Unless
Better than
otherwise woken.
72. Better than 72.
It's true. It's true. When you go out into the rest of the building, you walk out into a living room style area. It is also untidy and a bit of a ramshackle, as I described it before. There's dusty memorabilia on the walls, lots of like shells and fishing ropes. There's a fish tank against one wall, but it has a thick layer of green algae obscuring the poor collection of goldfish that are inside. And in this room, there's a couch, a couple of end tables. There's no TV or anything, but at the moment, there is nobody else in here.
What are the chances I remember how to get back to my cabin?
Probably pretty good. You could give it a shot if you want to just go wander, but I would suggest making a spot hidden before you leave.
Nah, that's an 88.
Cool.
Hold on. What's my spot? Hold on. Nah. I got nothing.
Okay. You decide that because there's nobody here, you are going to try and head back to your own cabin. Right. Do you do you do it quietly? Do you just do it as if you were in a house alone?
I'm not gonna try to sneak around. I'm just leaving.
Okay, cool. As you leave, you feel like someone is watching you. You walk out the front door and start to walk down the path.
Do I get do my spidey senses tell me from where?
It's just like, when you're walking and you feel like eyes on the back of you. So it's not necessarily directional. But if you turned around, you might be able to see what was watching you.
Yeah, I'll turn around. If I feel like somebody's watching me, I'm turning the fuck around. It's 11 o'clock in the morning.
You see Janet standing in the doorway of the cottage, and she just kind of waves to you as you go.
Morning, Janet. I'm just gonna keep walking back. I don't.
Great. Okay. We're gonna leave you then, because you're almost a whole hour ahead of everybody else. You're about 45 minutes ahead of everybody right now.
All right.
So let's go to JP is sleeping for the time being. Chad, we're gonna jump over to you. You're standing at the crossroads right now between the cottage and the swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
And it is about 10:15.
All right, I believe I was planning on heading towards the pool. So that is the direction I will go.
Cool. As you walk towards the pool, you hear kind of like a thundering through the underbrush, as if somebody is running.
I'm going to steel myself and be prepared for anything. Because I'm kind of on the defensive here. Chad is a bit suspicious.
That's fair. As you kind of steel yourself, I assume you pause in walking towards the pool?
Yeah, so I get a better idea of where it's coming from, too.
Cool. You are pretty sure that it's coming from the trees just beyond where you are. Kind of, if you were to guess directionally, it's sort of in the direction of the back office.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's still coming closer. Not directly towards you specifically, but kind of almost as if it were parallel to where you are.
Sure. I'm going to keep waiting a bit, because if it's still coming kind of I just want to see if I can maybe catch a glimpse. I could do a spot hidden, which is probably the right thing to do here. I rolled a 30, so I succeeded.
Nice. You see Howard running through the trees.
Howard's the brother, right?
Oh, sorry. Yes, Harold.
Harold.
I believe is his name.
Harold and Janet. Two sexy names for sexy people.
For sexy people.
Yeah.
Harold is running through the trees.
And he's running towards the office?
He kind of looks like he's running... No, he looks like he's running from the office towards the cottage.
Interesting. I'm trying to remember. Okay. I think... Because I talked with him, and I got a vibe from him that he was just no bueno. That he was not here to help us. That there's something was afoot. Something was afoot.
Or a hand.
Or
perhaps.
a hand, yes. There's that hand thing, and now this old guy is here. So I think I want to kind of stay at a distance and try to just pursue Harold.
Okay, so you're just going to kind of follow him?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, you just follow him pretty much back to the cabin. Can you make whatever a stealth check is?
Yeah, stealth
check.
I have failed with a 56.
Yeah. So he's gonna reach the path just sort of beyond where the crossroads is, not quite at the cabin, but like as if he were running down the trail, and he's gonna stop in his tracks because he has totally heard you.
Sure.
Is there anything you want to do? Otherwise, he'll continue.
So his back's towards me, yes?
Yep.
And I'm kind of in the brush, I imagine?
Yes. He's out on the trail. You're standing kind of in the trees still.
All right. I guess I'm gonna... Because Chad ain't the smartest piece of the tree. So he's gonna try to stand up next to a tree and blend in as best as he can. So that's a disguise I'm gonna take? I'm gonna wager?
Yeah.
Disguise
Yeah, go for it.
tree.
We're going to see if he can spot hidden.
I have failed with a 64.
Yeah, okay. He sees you. So he's going to turn around and see you trying to blend in with this tree.
Nice.
And
Expertly, may I add.
Expertly. He's breathing heavily from running, and he's going to say, Chad, I see you standing there.
I'm gonna take a moment to kind of just go like this, and then go,
Bluff him, say no you don't.
my fast talk's not great, I'll tell you that much. I'm
What
just
do you
gonna
have to
say, oh. That's
Chad,
all.
there's been a mistake. I lied to you earlier.
Oh.
I know where Nancy is.
Oh.
She's okay.
I'm gonna try to do a psychology to see if I can sense this MFer's motive.
Sure.
Because I still don't trust him.
No, that's fair.
I have succeeded with a 33.
He seems to be telling a partial truth.
Oh, I don't like partial truths. I'm a lawyer. Partial truths are full criminals. I'll tell you that much, folks. I'm going to kind of still stand next to my tree and ask, where is she?
She's at the cottage. She's safe. She's sleeping. I wanted to protect her honor.
The fuck does that mean?
I think I should let Nancy explain more. But she's okay. I don't know why I lied to you earlier specifically. I felt weird about the situation.
I feel like you're not telling me the full truth here, Harold.
I don't know. I don't know what to say to you. I swear she's okay.
Okay. Why don't you bring her why don't you bring her out here? We're right near yeah, why don't you bring her out here?
I mean, I can show you her. She's sleeping right now. I don't want to wake her.
You know what? I think it's best for everyone if you just wake her up and bring her here.
That doesn't seem very considerate.
I feel like since yesterday, this whole thing has kind of been not very considerate. I mean, you lied to us earlier to protect her honor?
Yes.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna pause it there. We're gonna go back to Kyle and Sheriff Smithy. You guys are heading out of reception. And I don't think I described him to you earlier. He is a no-nonsense looking guy. He wears a hat that is akin to one a sheriff would wear. The distraction that is going on right now is immense. He has a mustache, and he also carries a handgun, a nightstick, and a pair of handcuffs on his belt.
Ooh, handcuffs. Kinky.
Yeah.
Kinky talk.
As you guys are walking, he does not make conversation. He is dead silent, like very no nonsense, stern. Doesn't want to have any of your stories or your shit. But it does seem like he knows the way to Janet and Harold's cabin.
Fuck.
I mean, I'm gonna keep following him to the cabin.
Cool. You're just gonna keep you're not gonna try and make conversation or anything with him, right? You're just gonna keep walking?
Hey, I think it'd be unwise to continue to make.
Fair. More than fair. Yeah, so you guys will follow the path the long way around. And you're gonna actually come upon Harold and Chad in a sort of weird standoff outside of the cottage.
Uh-oh.
Sheriff Smithy's gonna see Harold first because he's the one standing on the path, and he'll say, "Harold, what's going on? What seems to be the problem?" "Oh, well, there was a mix-up this morning, officer. I made a mistake about lying about where this young woman was because she came to the cottage to sleep, and I was just trying to be kind and let her rest. We had a long walk last night. Sheriff, don't worry about it. Let me just make sure that this young woman is safe, and then I think everything is all right here." And he'll kind of turn to Kyle to kind of like, see everything is a misunderstanding.
I think the hand is not a misunderstanding.
Oh.
This young man says that there was a hand on the beach that Janet was supposed to report. Maybe I could speak to her. And Harold says, yes, of course. I think she's just inside. She might be out doing her rounds, taking care of the site, but we can go take a look.
And where is my friend right now?
She's in the cottage sleeping. I can show you her. I just didn't want to wake her because I didn't think it was considerate.
I would like to see that she's safe.
All right. Well, come right this way.
I will follow.
And I'm really regretting sleeping for 4 hours right now.
I mean, I am open to, as this group of people enters the house that you're sleeping in, you can
Just tell me when I wake up.
you can make a disadvantaged listen check, and if you
Disadvantage.
If you
JP, I'm gonna
pass-
punch you in the fucking face just so you know when I see you.
Might be a while.
Okay. 52 and 16. So I'm going to take that 52.
do you pass?
And you know what? I do pass my listen check.
Cool. You hear the front door open, and a number of people enter the living room outside of the room you're in.
Uh-oh.
You also feel Janet get up and get dressed and go to leave the room.
Oh, she's a lady. She stayed in bed with you.
I know. She's a real sweetheart. But what I really wanted was Eggs Benedict. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to like casually kind of like peek out through the door, just kind of look out and be like, what's going on out here?
You see Harold, Chad, Kyle.
I'm not gonna go
Sorry.
in the building. I'm gonna follow behind because Kyle's going. But I'm
Okay,
not
you're
going
still
in.
skulking in the distance.
I'm
Okay,
waiting to
you
hear
see-
from my fucking dad. Like, I need to call that guy yesterday again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you hear or see Kyle, Harold, and a law enforcement officer that you do not recognize.
Hello?
Hey, what is what?
You can see Harold kind of make a look at Janet. If you want to do a psychology to kind of try and figure out what that look is, you can, or you can just let it slide.
I kind of know what's up.
It goes for you too, Kyle, if you want to do a psychology for that.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at him. I
Okay.
don't think I'm looking at them. I'm looking at him now and like giving him a questioning look. Like, what's the fuck's up?
I'll just give you like a little.
And I will shake my head.
Gotta shoot your shot.
I guess so.
So
Who are you, officer, sir?
he does not respond to you. He has made eye contact with the woman that you just had sex with,
I love
and
it. I'm gonna marry her. She's the
and
one.
he is not paying attention to anything else anymore. He says, Janet, it's been so long, and he kind of glides across the room for this like no nonsense lawman. It's very strange.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What's up?
Glides across the room like
Yeah.
he himself has perhaps shot his shot.
He goes over to her and he gives her a hug. It could be very platonic. It doesn't feel that way to you.
I'm gonna like when as the hug's finishing, I'm gonna like try to go off and like put my arm around Janet, like, okay.
And I'm just looking at you, the widest eyes I can fucking give you, being like, what the fuck?
I'm here now. I'm one of the Lake Hillbillies.
Yeah, Janet will accept the arm around the shoulder, but she still isn't really paying attention to you. She's
That's fine.
still making eye contact with him.
I just need Officer Dick Butt to understand that we're a thing right now. So get out of here.
Yeah, Officer Dick Butt.
He
Yeah.
doesn't seem to get that. He seems oblivious to you. He only has eyes for Janet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Me too.
So he will strike up a conversation with her, and he asks her about the hand. He'll say, Janet, this young man was telling me that, and he like gestures over his shoulder without looking at you, Kyle, at all, completely oblivious to the rest of the room. This young man says that there was a severed hand on the beach, and that you covered it up or some nonsense. And
No, I saw that hand. I know the hand.
See?
Yeah.
Janet, tell me, is this the truth? And Janet will turn to you, JP, and kind of run a thumb down your face.
Oh, I'm in.
And and make eye contact back with the sheriff and say, I don't remember much from last night other than the amazing time I had with this guy. And you can see this kind of like shadow cross the sheriff's face, but then he kind of comes back. He kind of comes back to being focused on her. And he says, what do you mean happened last night? You were telling me about this, how this couldn't possibly be happening. And she will step away from you, JP, and walk over to the sheriff. And she'll just take his upper arm, his bicep, in her hand. And just say, yeah, no, of course, it couldn't possibly have happened. These kids were on the beach, they were drinking, and I'm sure there were drugs involved. It absolutely is nonsense. And they're standing in the middle of the room amongst you guys, just blatantly telling you that what you saw last night did not happen.
I'm pretty sure it did happen. I'm pretty sure there was a hand on a beach under a bucket.
I'm not there, but I'm also pretty sure there was a dolphins.
There was no dolphin.
All right,
I want to do a power check to see if JP is gonna like speak up, or he's just like, yeah, no, guess I didn't see it. I just want to keep.
go for it.
Okay, got to beat 35. Why am I so weak? You know what? That's a 9 though, so I'm
pretty
very
good.
powerful. I'm
Okay.
powerful.
So what do you say?
I'm gonna be like, no. Well, yes, there were drugs, but you don't make up a severed hand. Like 3 people don't share a delusion. That's not how drugs work.
Janet will turn to you,
Point.
Yeah.
I like that point.
and she'll say,
I've done
you
a
know,
lot of drugs.
Hun, you're right. We should go check out the beach.
It's not on the beach anymore. You took it away from the beach.
I don't know that. I don't know that, Kyle. I just know that I saw a hen.
She put it in the bucket and then walked it into the boathouse. I saw
don't
it.
Think so. Her and I were.
Then we can go
all
check
night.
the boathouse.
No. When we were first walking away from the beach, I looked back. She grabbed it and put it in the boathouse.
We can absolutely go check the boathouse. She leans over to one of the side tables, behind by the couch. Zoom. Can you guys, as she opens the drawer, can you guys make who are in the room make a spot hidden?
I would love to. I see
so.
nothing.
Give me a second.
Wait, no, I see everything. I keep forgetting that I. Other way. I did it good.
I see all.
I passed my regular.
I passed my extreme.
Oh,
what?
nice. Eagle eyes. You both notice in the drawer there is a old weathered looking journal. She pulls out of the drawer a big key that looks like it could go to a padlock of some kind. And she closes the drawer.
Okay. Mental note of the drawer and journal.
And once she's grabbed the key, she will begin to walk out of the cottage. She's not waiting for any of you guys. She's gonna go investigate.
Oh,
herself.
I'm not gonna
follow
let
her.
her be there first. I'm gonna continue.
I'm gonna. Huh?
Beside her.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow her like a little puppy dog. I'm smitten.
I'm not following her like a puppy dog.
No, of course not.
I'm
You're
all hers.
disenchanted, Kyle. I understand.
I'm
They
still
walk
enchanted.
out of the cottage. Are you standing in the trees, Chad, or are you on the path?
I'm still next to my tree.
Do we see Chad?
Do you want to try and do another, because you've had some time while they're in the cottage, do you want to do another disguise to see if you can blend in with the
Yeah, I have a
foliage?
5% chance I'd be stupid not to take it.
He'd be like, "Oh yeah, just some branches."
I rolled a 6, so I just failed.
Oh!
That sucks. Yeah, I'll say that you stepped behind the tree at least this time, but you're a little wider than the one you're standing.
Master of disguise right here. Yeah, because I'm fucking, my shoulders are so thick.
You
Yeah,
got
that's
thick with 3 C's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys walk out of the cabin and you see the outline of a human standing behind a tree.
Chad!
Chadwick,
No.
tree
We're-
Chad.
We're going to prove that there was a hand on the beach.
I'll step out from behind the tree, revealing my great disguise.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, that guy over there said that he knew where Nancy was and that he lied to us earlier.
Pointing at Harold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did admit that, and I still haven't seen Nancy. I would like to actually. see
Yeah,
Nancy.
let's get Nancy out here
Where's
right
Nancy?
now.
Janet will pause. She is now further ahead than most of you, not quite as far ahead as Chad.
Still scampering, trying to. I took a pause, but I'm gonna catch up.
She'll stop and she'll say, well, would you like to go to the beach or would you like to see Nancy?
You guys
Bo.
go to the beach.
I
You do what you're-
can confirm that Nancy is fine.
You do what you're doing. Harold, you go get Nancy and bring her here right now. And I'm going to point to the officer and just give this
Yeah, what he said. Okay.
Sheriff Smithy at this point pulls out his notebook again and begins writing notes down with a furrowed brow.
Worse.
Chad, dumb and gay?
Janet turns to JP and to Kyle and says, would you like to come to the beach with us, or would you like to see Nancy? I can take Sheriff Smithy with me if you would like to stay and see
Chad, you're staying here to see Nancy, yes?
Yes.
If you don't see Nancy, you come find us
Yeah.
and you yell at us.
Yeah.
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 I'm just gonna like try and hold Janet's hand.
Oh, you fucking little fucking prick. I hope you die.
She doesn't like let you hold hands, but she kind of like takes your arm and links
Okay.
it like she had before.
Okay. Yeah.
Justin's
that's good.
mad.
We should take a break for YouTube as well.
Nice. Caitlin, do you have any questions you would like answered? Because this is the first episode.
No.
Okay.
We're going in blood. Fuck it. I was high. I don't remember anything.
Bye, YouTube.
Nice.